here. Did I press it? Oh, it's not working.
Let's close it out and do it again.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like we are live. I believe we are. Happy Wednesday, everybody, as we get set up here, trying to get Instagram set up. So just give us a second.
We are live on Instagram.
All right. So we're live on Instagram. I don't see where we are live on Facebook, but I know that it went live because it says live there. So let's just give it another second here just to try to get a couple people to join in on us. I'm going to do you like
Join
you do.
in on us?
to join in with us, rather. To join in with
Okay.
us. I'm going to do you like you do me. How was your day?
Oh, my day was crazy.
Okay, now it just showed up.
It was one of those realtor days. So on my day, what happened was I have a new listing, and the listing is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The owners did such a great job on their home, taking care of it. It is immaculate, and it's been showing all day. And me and Madison have been busy taking phone calls for it and speaking to agents about the listing, and great for the sellers. For the buyers, maybe not so much.
No. Honestly, my week has been kind of rough because me being the buyer's agent of the team, it has definitely been a little bit of a rough week. I had one set of buyers who they just said that this market is a little too crazy for them, and they are going to wait a little while. Absolutely. So, I mean, I guess that's okay. It's okay. But I kind of advise against it because I don't see this market changing anytime soon. So
that is correct.
If you don't get it now, I mean, the way that prices are going up, the prices of lumber to build houses is going up. Everything's going up except people's pay at their job.
Yeah.
So,
pretty much.
By that being said, I believe it's best if you can afford to buy something now is definitely the time to go ahead and invest in yourself, because that's basically what you're doing. You're investing in your own financial future, having ownership, building equity, and equity is definitely where it's at. I mean, we talk about social equity, but we talk about a lot of equity is such a strong word in
financial equity,
financial equity, social equity. But it's really all about being a part of something. So I forgot to share this on my page. Okay.
That is correct. So yeah, it is a rough market out there for buyers, and every day they're getting discouraged. So I would say hang in there. Some people would say don't buy anything now. Realtor and myself had a discussion today, and my thought is buy something if you can, because this market doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon. Okay, buy something if it's affordable for you, because rent prices are going up as well. So, well, let's talk about this topic that we have going on here tonight.
So our topic tonight is, so you want to be a realtor?
Yes, so you want to be a realtor. Hey, Simone. Hey, Sam.
Yep, we got Samilda on. We got Sam on. We got a couple people on Facebook over
Sandra.
here. So I'm trying to. So if you guys see our eyes shifting a lot of the times, because we got like two different screens up. So I'm watching Facebook on one. We got Instagram on the other. So we're trying to keep everybody, we want to stay in touch with everyone.
Yes. So again, so you want to be a realtor. That's tonight's topic. It is Wealth Building Wednesday, 7 p.m. We are here every Wednesday. There are sometimes, of course, we have to take a break because the market is just crazy. So we have to take a break even for ourselves, just to get ourselves together. But we are mostly here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We invite you to join us on our Facebook page at the Grimes Group at Keller Williams. And also we invite you to join us on Instagram. Instagram.
On the Grimes Network.
Instagram Live. So we're here tonight, and I've been getting a few calls lately with people that, hey, cuz. So I've been getting the call lately with some people that are looking to become realtors. One of my clients actually just got his real estate license. Congratulations, Jemuel. Congratulations on your real estate license and working so hard. And some people are thinking about, getting into the real estate market because it's so hot, right? It's like fire.
It is.
That's what they say. It's hot.
That's what we call it. It's on fire. I don't know.
I think it's crazy. That's my word for it a little bit. But some people are excited about it because there's money to be made. And in every market, whether it's an up market or a down market, there's still money to be made.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're talking about this topic tonight because it's basically our hot topic.
It's our hot topic because
like Wendy Williams.
Because we're right in it. And we're right in it. And we're right in it every day. I'm just trying to get this to share to my page. But go ahead and
all right. Go ahead and start. We're going to talk about a lot of things this evening. So the first thing I want to start with is, which I did not really get this big question until later on. I always knew why. But I didn't get the big question. There's two whys, okay? Why do you want to be a realtor, okay? And when you get into it, then you got to ask yourself, really, why am I doing this, okay? So the big question, or the first thing we're going to say today is, why? Why do you want to be a realtor? Is it the money? Is it the fact that it just looks like it's fun?
Because it's not.
Don't say that. Don't say that. It might be fun for some
people. No, it is
You were
fun.
saying it was completely
fun.
It
is fun. It's a lot of fun. You got to have a lot of patience.
Yes. So is it because it looks easy? Or are you closing? Are you at a table? Are you closing at the table? Your realtor has shown you one property and you say, that was easy. They're getting paid all that money for doing this? That's crazy. I can do that. So what is the reason that you really want to be a realtor? I want to ask you tonight, why? And I want you to ask yourself, why do you want to be a realtor?
Why would you want to be a realtor, really?
Right.
Not... Because I don't think everybody wants to be a realtor.
Okay, why would you become a realtor? Excuse me.
Why would you become a realtor?
He getting touchy because he just showed all those buyers this week.
Yeah, I guess I am a little touchy. But,
so why would you want to be a realtor? That's the question. Okay. So why would you? So I could tell you why I became a realtor.
Tell me.
Okay. So I became a realtor because we were looking at properties with someone in Westchester, and I know Curtis knows this story all too well because I stormed out of there and I was like, I'm going to do this for other people and I'm going to do it better. So we were looking at property in Westchester, and we remember the person's name, which we will not disclose because I don't
remember her name.
I remember her name very clearly, but I'm not going to say it because I have someone in that Westchester market that may tell her, and I don't want to be one of those people. So anyway, please handle that request. I think there's a request. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys.
No.
So anyway, we were looking at houses with this lady in Westchester, and she said to me, she showed us 3 houses or more, I think a couple more, and they did not meet the description of what I wanted. Okay. And I felt like she kept pointing me into a certain direction. And I kept telling Chris, well, it doesn't make sense to me. Why does she keep pointing me
We want
in a
one
certain
thing,
direction?
and
I wanted one
she's
thing.
totally directing you to buy something that you don't want.
Yes. And in an area that I didn't want.
Exactly.
And I said to myself, you know what? This is not right. You don't do this to people. There's lots of homes out here. It wasn't the market like it is now. There was lots of homes on the market. And she chose to show me what she felt that I wanted.
Well, in the real estate market, I think they call that like commission breath or something like that.
Yes.
Because that was really what she was operating on. She wanted us to buy, at that time, I think the house was like $500,000, $600,000 in New York. And she wanted us to buy the $700,000 house. And we was like, no, our budget is $500,000. And every house that we went to look at was $650,000 to $700,000.
And they were garbage, y'all. Yeah. Garbage. Okay. So I said, no, she's not doing it right. So anyway, we finally made a decision on a house with another realtor.
Exactly. Yeah. We didn't even end up closing with her.
Nope. So we made a decision on a house with another realtor. And we really, we love the house. So
still love that house.
But anyway, it came to my realization that I can do this. Not that it looked easy. I didn't think that. I feel like I can serve people better and listen to their needs. And that's how I felt about it. Really and truly, I did not know that realtors can make as much as I know that they can make now. I had no clue. I just knew that I needed some flexibility. And I figured this would be a great way to have it and enjoy doing what I like to do anyway, which was looking at homes. So some people may say, I want to be a realtor because I like looking at homes and I could do it all day. Okay, if that's what you want. But we're going to give you some tips today on the whole process and becoming a realtor and what it takes.
Okay, yeah, and please, if people have questions, or just to touch base with you guys, if you have some questions, please throw them out there, put them on Facebook, put them on Instagram, put your questions up there, and we will be able to address some of your questions as we go along. We'll stop in between and address some of those questions. But back to the topic at hand.
Why did you want to be a realtor?
Why did I want to be a realtor? Okay, well,
before we go on.
Okay, the reason I wanted to be a realtor was to assist in the business that you had already started, because when I came, we had always been into real estate. I mean, really, ever since we got married. I mean, we kind of got married buying real estate. That's what we did. We bought, to kind of go through our quick story, we bought a 4-family house in New Rochelle, like a week before we got married. We got married, bought the house, and then went on our honeymoon and came back from our honeymoon and just started fixing this house, trying to get it ready to get the top 3 floors rented out. We lived in the basement.
Yeah.
And that was really where I fell in love with real estate as well, even though my dad owned real estate before, and I always was like the maintenance guy. So me being the maintenance man, fixing all of these houses that, my dad had, that had a love for real estate as well. So I, like I said, I've always had a love for real estate. So becoming a realtor was like, it really felt second nature. For me, it really felt second nature. I know, you always say, John, I'm trying not to make it sound like it's super easy, because it's not, but I have a history of experience. It's kind of like, like how people talk about David fighting Goliath or something.
You got a history of fighting Goliath.
I got a history of fighting Goliath. I dealt with so many other things that led up to me getting into real estate and becoming a realtor. So, and then working beside you. I mean, helping you with open houses, putting, going doing signs and I mean, I didn't know contracts like how I know now. So it's a lot of things that I learned along the way. after becoming a realtor. But some of the basic fundamental pieces, I think I had already acquired before I even got my real estate license, because I was watching you do it and and working along beside you doing it then. So I kind of took it on that way.
Keep in mind, I used to say, Curtis, you should probably try real estate. And he would put his hand up saying, nope.
Didn't want no parts of it.
Don't want any parts of it. No, thank you. Now you keep doing what you do. It was just like that. You keep doing what you do. I'm glad you enjoy it. That's it. So until, 1 year he decided that he wanted to try it.
To go ahead and get my license.
Why is that? So let's get a little deeper.
Okay.
Why, for years, I was saying, you know what, you should probably get your real estate license and we should do this. And you kept saying no. And then 1 year you said, I think I'll try it out.
Well, I guess I was probably tired of traveling all around the state of Florida. Okay. Because, I have I had a great career doing elevators for all of the years that I did elevators. And every now and then I still do some elevators. So, it's not that I have to give up, the things that I love, but I did get tired of driving all over the state of Florida. And 1 year, you made as much money as I did. Let's get to the truth. 1 year, you made as much money as I did. And I was like, hold up.
No, I think I made more than
okay, you might have made a little. You might have made a little bit more. You might have made a little bit more. But yeah. So and that was
his eyes opened up.
So my eyes opened up a little bit, because I said, hold up, I'm working 10. I felt 10 times as hard as what you were working at that time.
I felt. Yes.
I felt like I was working 10 times as hard as you was at the time. And I'm like, hold up, I'm working twice as hard and bringing the same result. And I'm like, hold up now, something's got to give. So I said, let me go ahead and get my real estate license, and I can stay localized.
So wait a minute, you had some of the things that people that I mentioned here. The money, you were thinking about the money. Okay, wait a minute, let's be truthful. Okay. Thinking about some of the money, and also thinking about, it looks a little easier than what I'm doing now. So, I mean, if you're thinking, am I right?
Okay.
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm calling him out. Calling him out. So, so other people may feel the same way and say, and I'm not saying wanting more money is a bad thing at all. No, I'm not saying that at all. Wanting something that you're more comfortable with, accustomed to, and it feels less like work and more like, helping others is something that, I've grown accustomed to, and I like it. So it, when it begins to feel like work, then it starts draining on you. That's when you get the mean customer service and stuff like that, So listen, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So you pointed out some of the reasons why you would want to become a realtor. And so let's talk about this. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter what stage you are in life. You could be younger, you could be older, this could be your third career, your second career. It does not matter. The only age requirement to become a real estate agent is over 18. You have to be 18 or
and have to have a high school diploma.
Yes, there's other requirements, but I'm saying as far as what, in life, you don't have to be a certain age to become, they're not going to tell you, oh, you're 60 something years old, you can't become a realtor. That would be discrimination.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Correct.
So, okay, let's talk about first things first.
All right. Well, before you even get to first things first, there was something that I read that was in the real estate book that I just want to share. It's a quick little paragraph in the book. I know we didn't discuss this, but I had read it and I just want to share it. I want to share it because I think it really touches on, and this is the, and I don't even have my page, so I'm going to have to find page. This is the Florida real estate book. This is one of the books this is really the book you're going to need if you want to become a Florida realtor.
That's like 3 years old.
But yeah, but this one, I don't know if this is the exact same one. And now I lost the page where I was at, but it came right back. So perfect. Okay, so there was something in the book that that really stood out. You know, real estate is a significant part of the U.S. economy. I mean, this is just the overview that they give you in the book based on real estate. Okay,
read your paragraph.
I'm gonna just read this quick paragraph because there's so many parts of real estate that a lot of people don't understand. That there's more to selling real estate and being a part of in the real estate business, because real estate is not just a job; it's a business.
That is correct.
It's a business. Real estate is not a job. It's really not a job. It's a business.
It's a career.
It's a career. It's a business, and you have to be business minded.
Correct.
If you want to have a successful real estate business.
Correct.
Okay. So real estate is a significant part of the U.S. economy. Jobs in real estate and construction are important contributors to the nation's total employment. So you're helping the nation out by becoming a realtor. Okay. So complex real estate transactions demand the services of licensed real estate associates, appraisers, attorneys, bankers, title insurance agents, architects, surveyors, and accountants. And then it said residential real estate provides housing for families. And that's one of the, I think that is part of why I wanted, that's a part of my why I wanted to become a realtor, was being able to be, you know, that giver that gives somebody the opportunity and shows them the way of getting families into housing, affordable housing at that, not just housing. Affordable housing provides housing for families and is often the greatest source of wealth and savings for individuals. And that was the part that really stood out to me, is where it said residential real estate provides housing for families and is often the greatest source of wealth and savings for individuals. So, and that is the reason why we started this Wealth Building Wednesday, was to help people to understand the concepts and principles of, you know, creating wealth, having some savings, and having some equity and being a part of something that's bigger. That's bigger than that.
Yes. That is true.
Okay.
That was a good read.
I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, that was a good read. So the first question we asked was why. Now let's talk about education. Okay. So name the things you need for education.
Well, one, the book, like I said, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need the real estate book. Okay.
Well, you need the book. What you gonna do with the book? Just read it?
You got jokes tonight. Okay.
What you gonna do with the book? Your 63-hour course.
You got Oh yeah. All right. Course. So you got a pre-licensing course. You have to apply for the license. You got to pay for fingerprinting. You got to pass the 63-hour course, and that you only get 2 tries to do. So if you don't do it the first time, you got to get it on the second time, where you got to wait. I believe, honestly, I don't even remember. I know it's a while. You got to wait a while, maybe 2 years, before you can even be eligible to take the test again. So, you know, in that, especially in that pre-licensing course, you want to make sure that you study hard to pass that part of it. And then there's the state licensing. So once you get the pre-licensing through the class, and which is required, which is the first requirement before you're even eligible to become a state licensed realtor.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So now just back up a little bit with the class. The class you can do online or in person. Okay. It can span anywhere from 2 weeks to, I believe they'll give you up to a year to take the class. You know, it all depends on what your schedule is, how you can do this. Different schools do different things. I can tell you this, that you should make sure that it is FREC approved. Oh, and before we go any further, I'm talking about the state
of Florida.
Of Florida.
Right. Because
I'm
in
not talking
different
about
states,
any other states.
there
Any
are
other
different
states,
regulations.
right. I'm just talking about, I could probably talk about New York State because I did real estate there, but I'm not going to talk about that. I want to talk about here in Florida. It has to be a FREC approved, which is Florida Real Estate Commission approved school. Okay, so just letting you know that. Okay, so you get your pre-licensing course done. You apply for your real estate license. You get fingerprinted. Now, during that time when you're applying, getting fingerprinted, if you have a couple of things in your past that are a little sketchy, you may want to put it on your application.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is it goes before a board. If they do find something, and when they do find something, they're likely to call you in and say to you, okay, well, now I forgot how many people, I think it's like 7 people are making a decision whether you get your license or not. So my thing is, truth is always best, right? So if you have an application and you have some sketchy things in your past, you may want to put it on the application, reveal it. If you were younger, you made a mistake, mistakes happen. So I can tell you this, the board can be very harsh on fraud and things of that nature because you're dealing with the general public and, you're handling large transactions.
Yeah. You're
and
handling people's largest investment.
The largest investment. And sometimes you're seeing wiring being done and things like that, which I don't want any parts of. And I can tell you at another time how I get away from even seeing that because I want no involvement with someone's wire transfer. But honestly, there are, things that you should probably think about. And not to say that you should not go forward. If your past is sketchy, listen, it's sketchy. Things happen. People make mistakes. Yeah. Still go forward with your dreams. But I just want to say this. One time we did see a guy that we were in the court and we were looking at different things that was going on. And we saw that this older gentleman
who had done something like maybe 10 years ago, 10 years prior to him wanting to get his real estate license. And I mean, from him telling his story, it wasn't, I was like, man, it's not that harsh. But he felt like real estate would put him in a position
that would help him. It was like his life desire.
Right. It was kind of his life's desire. And the board denied him.
The board denied him.
And he was crushed.
Yes.
So I mean, we were there that day, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, he was crushed. It hurt my feelings, and I said, wow, how could they tell this guy no? So, all I could say is, even as you're younger and you're making decisions in life, and if you're watching this, be careful that those decisions
that you do early on can affect you later in life.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's just a little tidbit there. Anyway, so after you do your 63-hour pre-licensing course, of course, you got to take the test like Curtis said. One of the things that Curtis didn't mention was the broker, finding a broker.
Finding where you want to place your license at. Because you can't, well, some states, well, we're not talking about other states.
Yeah, only Florida.
Here in Florida.
So after you take your state examination and you pass it, yay!
You have to find a brokerage to place your license with.
Correct.
So you have to work underneath a broker for, I believe it's a period of 5 years, if I remember correctly. You have to be a licensed... 2? 2. Okay, 2. If it's 2, I'm not going.
I believe.
I'm not certain.
That's how much we remember the book after we're done real estate.
But I'm telling you, it's either 2 or 5 years, and honestly, I believe it's 5 years.
It might be.
I believe it's 5 years before you can become a broker for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be.
So,
and if I have realtors on here and you want to correct me on that, please do correct us
please.
on it. It's been a while since we read the book. So, yeah. So if it's that amount of time, that's fine. But let me back up too and talk about the state examination. It's not an easy test. People feel, oh, anybody could become a realtor. And it's not an easy test. You can take it multiple times, but there is spacing of time when you do take it. So it can't be like back to back to back to back to back to back.
Every 30, I believe it's every 30 days. So if you fail, and take it from me, I failed it 3 times. So so I got it on I believe it was the 4th go round when I passed the exam. So
you're not the highest I've heard yet.
No.
So the highest I've heard is someone passing
like
failing
17
it
times. So I've
10
heard
times.
Yeah, I've heard somebody took a 17 and I was like, wow.
And sometimes it's not that you're not smart. It's that
it's a complicated. It can be a very complicated test.
Worded test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so please, if you do fail, go back
mm-hmm.
and take it again. Don't give up. Okay, and part of this conversation, we're going to talk about mindset, because if you're one to give up after 1 or 2 tries, maybe real estate is not for you.
Mm-hmm. Because there's going to be a lot of no's before you get that first yes. Absolutely. And so you got to prepare your mindset just for all of the no's. Figure you knock on 1,000 doors, you're going to get tired after a while of everybody saying, nah, that's all right, I'm not selling my house. And then they asking you, well, how long you been selling real estate? You tell them you're a new realtor and they close the door in your face. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know. But I'm like, I've been doing this. And they're like, oh, well, no, we can't trust you with our house,
Absolutely.
And you have to understand that as well.
Absolutely. So let's talk about your requirements. One of the requirements, I think Judy said something.
Okay. Let's see what we got some comments up there.
Anything involving fraudulent money and against the person restrictions can be a lifetime of denial. That is correct, Judy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we want to make sure that our everybody on this call understands that. Mm-hmm. I do a quantum leap class, which talks to young adults about decision making mm-hmm. And pathways to success very early on in life. So I'll discuss that one Wealth Building Wednesday as well. Mm-hmm. And hopefully if you know someone that's interested, they can definitely get on that call. So let's continue here. So what is required is you have to be
18 years old. You have to have a social security number. You have to have a high school diploma. You have to,
or a GED.
Or a GED. You can have a high school equivalency. A little startup money. You're going to need some money to start. Mm-hmm. And time. You're going to need time because it's going to take time to build yourself up. So you need to have some money set aside. I tell everybody, if you really are taking real estate seriously,
yes,
and I wouldn't advise you to get into real estate if you don't take it seriously.
That is correct.
Because it's a very serious thing. I mean, you're dealing with somebody's most valuable asset most of the time. So
that's correct.
So it's a big responsibility.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. So, and not to say that you can't do it part-time, and we're going to talk a little bit about that too. Mm-hmm. So startup costs, let's talk about that. So as a realtor, we belong to association. Now, association is an organization that supports your needs as a realtor. Mm-hmm. So we're responsible for certain rules and regulation and tactics and acting accordingly as a realtor, and we are affiliated with an association. So our cost is around $1,500 for a person, of course.
Per person, right.
And then the MLS, which is the multiple listing service, and mind you, this happens yearly. And then the MLS, which is a multiple listing service where we get to put listings on That's around,
600
six to
bucks.
$800.
$600. Yeah.
Again, and this is Central Florida.
So it really depends. It really depends
in
on
Miami. It could be different.
Right. It could be different. So
this
we know this area is, and we belong to two of the associations. We have the Orlando. Well, we belong to one.
We belong to Orlando. You could belong to multiple associations.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's another thing. If you want to and you want to pay, you could belong to a bunch of associations.
Absolutely.
Okay, be my guest. And then there's brokerage fees. So every brokerage is different. Some brokerage fees charge you a desk fee. Some charge you a computer fee. Some charge you no fee. Okay, so it can run from $0 to a percentage
of your commission.
Or flat fee on each commission.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the fees vary. It depends on the brokerage that you're with.
So you have to figure out what is going to work for the way that you're going to get into the business. How do you want to start your business?
That is correct.
Because again, like I said, real estate is not a job, it's a business. So it's you starting a business. So you have to be ready to say, how are you going to structure your business?
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
So now there's business cards. Usually a realtor will have business cards.
Yeah, most realtors.
I have business cards. I found myself a lot during COVID just texting my business card. I thought that was a lot easier, especially, people weren't accepting cards, things of that nature. So it was easier to text a card. Marketing. Now, marketing usually takes up a bulk of the money. Usually people will spend dollars in lead generation tools like Zillow. That's a lead generation tool that some realtors use where they pay to get a lead that calls in. So sometimes that'll happen. Or you have like flyers that you can print up. The cheap and best way when you're just starting out is flyers and door knocking. Okay. The other ways that you may spend money is postcards, things of that nature. What else?
And your sphere of influence, the people who you know that are going to support you. And
we're talking about spending money.
Oh, okay.
So when you're just starting out, you don't really have that clientele that's supporting you. You're not spending money on everybody. Like we spend money on our clients, yes, but it's because it's a business that we have nurtured.
True.
So we feel that our clients deserve. We don't spend money in a bunch of marketing. We would prefer send our clients gift cards and things of that nature, because to me that's
paying into the people who have already paid into us.
That is correct.
So
that is correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's one of our
ways that we generate business.
Correct. So another thing is a reliable computer. I've seen people start and they don't even have a right computer, and I'm like, you need a computer, y'all. You need a computer. You just don't need a phone, because you're going to have to handle a lot of files. You're going to get a lot of emails. It's going to be crazy. So a computer is needed, a laptop. Make sure it's not breaking down all the time. Website. Spending money on your website.
Yeah, because you want, again, that's part of your marketing. Your social media presence. That's part of why we kind of do this as well. It helps us. So we're helping people, but also in turn it does help us because it keeps us in front of people.
Well, this is a way to do it, but this is a free way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There are people that's paying a lot of money, and you can, like Curtis said, with social media, you can pay for ads. You ever see these ads where you're just talking about something and then it pops up on your phone? That's those social media ads and things of that. So sponsored ads, CRM. CRM is a contact relationship management.
And trust me, that is one thing that
system.
That system is something that I really learned coming into real estate. And I wish I had it in my construction business prior to, because I know that there's a lot of people that I let slip through the cracks, previous clients.
Mm-hmm.
And I even found that out the hard way, because I had a previous client who told me, like, yo, man, you just forgot all about me. You did the addition on my house and you never reached back out to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out to him when I became a realtor, but we're still good friends now.
The
And
people that do business with you, they want to hear from
hear
you
back from you. Absolutely.
when you have done good business. I have a lot of people that I consider friends. I mean, and it's friendships that, you know, I would tell a story, but I don't want to bring the mood down. But you know, someone called me. They had a tragedy in their life, and I'm one of the first person that they called, and I didn't take that lightly. You know, I was taken back by it. It, you know, really, you know, moved me that how, you know, they have all these people in their lives, and I was still one of the people that they called, and they did not hesitate to mention that their person loved and cared about me. And I thought that was pretty awesome. That's what it's about for me. That's what it's about. So, Judy asks, can one supply their own computer?
Oh, absolutely. You're going to need to supply your own computer.
Yes. Yeah. So having your own computer is great, because you're going to need it. Going home, you know, you're not going to spend all that time at the office doing everything. So you're going to need your own computer at home. Okay, brokerage. Let's talk about brokerages. And we're not going to specifically talk about ours, because we could be very biased. So we're not going to talk about ours. So we'll talk about what types of brokerages. Okay,
you have there's some brokerages. I'm not going to mention any name. I'm going to try to keep names out of it. There's brokerages that are 100% brokerages, where they tell you that you get 100% of your commission. But then with that 100%, what I would say to people is, you get the business is 100% yours, because there's really no help to educate and to help you build your business.
And you can't really say that, because some brokerages may get on here and argue with you that that's not true.
Well, that is true, because there are a couple of brokerages that I do know. I know one in particular that, you know, they're 100% brokerage, classes, but they do have classes, and they network within their agents as well. So that's not totally true, but I guess I'm very biased, because
that's why it's hard.
I guess that's why it's hard to talk about other brokerages, because I know the brokerage that we work with. I can't say their name, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're brokers with Keller Williams. So within our brokerage, I know that, you know, one of the things that, you know, when we go back to the why real quick, why I became a realtor. Because remember, you worked for different brokerages. You worked for Prudential.
Yeah, I thought you was not going to mention. All right, this man.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to
get us in all types of trouble.
I'm not going to mention any brokerage names.
Ooh, but Lord!
You worked for a few other brokerages, which I will not name. You worked for a few other brokerages before coming to Keller Williams, and that's when I was like, I wanted no parts of it.
Oh no. You're gonna get me in trouble. It was because the relationships that we have right here. The relationships that we have right here are it's like family. So I think in that case and in that situation, you felt that I have found an extended family, and then you said, wait a minute, she's pretty happy with her little family over there. Let me see what's going on.
No, that wasn't it. That surely wasn't it. It was. I mean, to be honest, it was Richard Carpenteri.
Oh yeah, well,
it was. Yes. I mean,
he's an awesome person.
Richard Carpenteri. You know, he pretty much told you. He told you, if you made what I made, that I would. You know, it would open my eyes, and it did. So
yeah.
So but
it guys, I know.
But it is part of the atmosphere within Keller Williams. That is something that is, you know, really nice. It's good to be in a great work environment. to work with people that you like and that are not just about themselves. And that was one thing that I'd always felt about realtors, that a lot of realtors are self-absorbed. And I did not like that about realtors that I had seen you interacting with, put it like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And so the one thing is, so like we can say this, you may be in a brokerage that's giving you all the money that you want and keeping it. Maybe money is the most important thing to you. And that's fine. Hey, you got to live your best life every day. So if that's important to you, or the stage of life you're in, if that's important to you, then that's fine. I can tell you this: environment means a lot. What is your environment like? Are you happy? It's just like your home. When you go home, do you feel happy? Are you happy in that environment? Are you so supported in that environment? Okay, so you have to think about things like that. If how much support is that company going to give you? And then speak to other agents that are in that company, and really listen to their opinion. I can tell you pros and cons about everywhere I've been, everywhere. So so if you want to call me and have a chat with me, then please do. I'm welcome. I say it all the time. I am open to share what I know, and give you a little insight on that. Okay. And I will not be as biased as Curtis is right now.
Listen, I don't mind working where I work at.
Yes,
so
he's very happy.
I'm pretty happy here.
So team and single agent. So there's two different types of
if you want to be a single agent, what type of business do you want to be?
Type of business.
What type of business do you want to have?
Do you want to be on a team?
Do you want to be on a team with other people and be a part of a bigger business, I would say, or quote unquote bigger business?
Yep.
Or do you want to be a single agent and run your own business? So
correct.
And run your business the way that only you do it. You do everything your way.
Let me advise this. If you're going to have a single business, and if you saved up some money, here's the thing. One of the costs that I didn't mention is coaching costs. Okay. And just like anything else, if you're not familiar with something and you can get someone that is able to help you navigate that process, maybe you could hire a coach.
Yes.
Okay, to get to your goal quicker. Is it mandatory? No. Do you have to do it? No. It's just an option that may be a good option for someone that's a newer agent just starting out. Okay? So
you're gonna need that daily motivation being a realtor.
Yes. So the pros of being a realtor really is, and Curtis said it best earlier when we were talking. What did you say?
About limitless income.
I'll tell you exactly what he said because I wrote it down.
Oh, you wrote it down.
Low cost startup and limitless profits.
Yeah.
So the sky's the limit when you become a realtor. The sky really is the limit. How hard you work, how much you want to put into it, how much you leverage your time, because we're going to talk about that next time, how much time it takes. And then we'll be wrapping it up. So what is your time investment? Leveraging time. Okay, so there's a point when you are a realtor and there's been so much that you can do, so many files that you can handle without slacking somewhere. Okay, and one thing you don't want to do, your customer has hired you. Yeah, and they're going to notice.
They're going to notice.
And your customer has hired you to be attentive to them. So it doesn't matter how many clients you have. If you don't have give them that attention, they're going to feel it. They're going to know it. And then you're going to be somebody that's not going to get referred. So we believe in referrals. That's what we want. That's how we build our business.
Absolutely. And that's another part of growing your business.
That's another part.
Yeah. Growing that referral network.
Correct. So what we do is we've leveraged now. So, we have one person doing one part of the business, the other doing the other part, and we've leveraged in order to make this thing work and for no one to lack attention. Okay, so we're not juggling here. We know everyone has their role. We know what we're doing. So it makes it a little easier. And you don't want to spend so much time that your business is all you do and who you are. Because let me just say this one thing. On your headstone, it's not going to say anything about you being the best realtor there was.
Not at all. Unless that's your request.
Unless that's your request. I haven't seen anyone requesting yet. It might be. But, you really have to think about that. What is your legacy going to be? And if you invest all of your time and don't have any kind of leverage and don't invest it in the people around you, you may not have anybody there. So,
I forget the quote based off of what you said, but I forget the quote, but it goes something about that Maya Angelou quoted, people may not remember what you did for them or how, but they will always remember how you made them feel.
That is correct.
That's something, the care that you give to people, the care that you provide, how you make people feel will last a whole lot longer than the experience. Really, it's about, really my part of what I feel like I incorporate within this business is I provide an experience for my client. I try to make sure that the client, that my buyer is going to have a wonderful experience, because I know that, if they have a great experience, they are going to refer me. Yes, and they're going to remember me because of the experience that I provided to them.
That is correct.
So that's something that I think a lot of realtors need to just, pay more mind to, is about the experience. And like we talked about in the very beginning, some people come into this just for the money. And money is great, but it needs to be bigger than that.
Oh, way bigger than that.
It needs to definitely be bigger than that. And that's where that mindset and, comes into play as well.
Yeah. So there's an emotional investment also, because emotionally you're invested with your clients. Emotionally, when this tragedy happened to my client, and I was one of the people that they called, and I felt like emotional investment is there for me. I have all these extended friends and family. And, it bothers me when something is happening in someone else's life.
Yeah.
So, and I also celebrate. When they celebrate and I see them on Facebook and stuff like that, or they call me, that really feels good. So Judy says, give me the flowers while I yet live.
Tell me while I'm alive.
I am alive.
That's it. We know we love you, Judy. we know we love you, Judy.
Judy and got a backyard of flowers.
I'm telling you. She don't need no more flowers. She don't need no flowers right now. Judy,
don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that, Judy. No, So, so your emotional investment, your mindset, think about your support system, because you're going to need a support system getting into this, because there's a lot of highs and lows. Okay? If your client doesn't get an offer accepted, if they, get an offer accepted. I mean, there's so many highs and lows. It's incredible. So another thing is patience. Patience takes patience. Do you have the patience for this? You may not close your first sale in the first 30 days.
The first 3 to 6 months.
It may be the first 3 to 6 months.
A lot of times, a lot of people don't understand that it could take possibly 3 to 6 months to close their first deal. So do you have 3 to 6 months of your rent, your car payment, your whatever bills you got to pay? Do you have 3 to 6 months saved up so that you know that you're going to dedicate that time to put into your business?
Absolutely.
To grow it and look for a return that's not guaranteed, because there are no guarantees in anything in life.
Correct.
But I know if you keep putting in the work,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but like I said, you may have to knock on 1,000 doors before you get that one deal.
Knock on them.
Yeah, knock on them. That's what I did when I first started. I mean, honestly, I love people think I'm crazy, but I love door knocking.
He door knocked with me when I wasn't a realtor.
Yeah, I used to like door knocking. I don't know. I guess I just love talking to people. There is a guy that I really love, and honestly, I wish I had his personality at times, because he is as funny as I don't know what. He's got his own, I guess, whatever you call that damn thing. What's that? TikTok. He's got his own little TikTok now. He's like the salesman something. I forgot what his name is, but he's like the funny salesman. And this dude, I mean, he knew his product.
Yep.
And that is the thing. You need to know your product. If you're going to get into real estate, know what it is that you're doing. Educate yourself and invest in yourself.
Right.
And don't think that it is a get rich quick entity, because it's a business, because it's not.
It is not.
It is not.
Don't get rich quick over here. Okay. So you were going to read something, I think.
No. I just, because it was something that I'd seen in the notes about patience, and I remember there was something that I was thinking about that a friend of ours had posted on her Facebook page, and she said, "Not in a rush to get rich, because I have the patience to build wealth." And to build wealth, it's going to take some patience. A lot of people don't have the patience that it takes to invest that time to build it.
Yes. And especially in a market like this market is a little odd. So there's a lot of no's. I had someone tell me today that their client experienced 12 no's, 12 offers in. And after this, they're probably going to say, that's it, So it's a rocky road for a lot of people out there right now. So if you think you're going to get into this business and it's going to be easy peasy, please don't think that way at all. However, I can tell you this: if you have the right mindset to persevere through this, just like the market when there were short sales, and maybe you come into the market where you don't see a problem because you don't know what normal is, and this is your normal, and you'll be fantastic. So this thing is not this little Wealth Building Wednesday that we did is not to discourage anyone. It's actually to encourage you.
Absolutely.
To encourage you. And if this is what you want to do, please go ahead and do it. And like I said, give us a call if you're thinking about doing it. We'll give you some suggestions and some tips.
The opportunities are limitless.
And if you have a friend that is thinking about joining real estate and starting a career in real estate, starting that business, share this with them, please, and have them give us a call.
Yeah, have them give us a call.
Okay.
We know a little bit of something.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Well, we are at the hour, so we're going to respect your time and ours.
Absolutely.
And that's it, folks. That's it. So we're going to say goodnight here, and join us next week for Wealth Building Wednesday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. I have a treat for y'all next week. Curtis doesn't know this yet.
Uh-oh.
But I have
She always got some tricks up her sleeve.
It's a trainer that is coming on here. It's a fitness trainer, because we want to build wealth. But if we're not healthy, we won't be able to actually be around to
So what am hold up? We got a fitness trainer coming on, and I already know who this fitness trainer is. I already know who's gonna be here.
Okay,
so
all right.
What
but,
are we?
But this is not a regular interview. This is something that's
okay.
really
We're
going
not.
to.
It's gonna be interactive. Do we got to get up and work out? And,
no, we don't have to do that.
Oh,
no,
okay,
no,
all right.
I won't let you do that. But you're gonna definitely be blessed by this lady that's coming on. She has some great tips for you, and now is the time. Now is the time, if not any time, to get started. Okay, so anyway, that's it, you guys. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. And I hope you've enjoyed tonight's Wealth Building Wednesday and learned a little something. Talk to you later. You have anything to say?
No, that's about it. I mean, usually just try to give them a little wrap up, but about just hit the topics real quick so that they know. But they could just watch everything all over again and watch the whole thing instead of us having to recap a little bit of what we did. Just replay it, share it with a friend, and we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. 7 p.m. right here, live on Facebook, Instagram, where else? YouTube, or wherever else we've been.
Wherever we're at.
Wherever we're at.
We're everywhere. All right, you guys. Have a good night.